Hii Juja by-election. Folks, I cannot remember from recent memory any other by-election that has gone the way the Juja by-election is going. None. And I stand to be corrected. And many Kenyans who are unaware of the inside story, inside mechanics of this political battle are puzzled. What is happening? Kwani ni nini? Nini nafanyika huko Juja? Tallying of votes was suspended last night for over 6 hours. And even before the results are announced, both sides are claiming rigging. Each side is saying the other side is rigging the election. Try to fix this election. To go in a way contrary to how voters voted. Now, if you're a member of the ruling Jubilee Party and you start crying foul that you've been rigged, that is strange. That is bizarre. Yani, how is it possible that state machinery can come out and say, we're being rigged out? Serikali inakuwa rigged. The government in power complaining, at least its candidate complaining, that they're being rigged. Now, how does that happen? Maajabu haya. Actually, there's just one very small piece in this puzzle that will enable anybody to make sense of the chaos and bizarre happenings in the Juja by-election. And it is this. This is just a new level of the ongoing political battle, very brutal, very fierce, between DP Ruto's Team Tanga and the ruling party's Team Kieleweke. That's really what it is. And when you see people in government complaining about rigging, it is because Team Tanga is also still in government. Oh yes. The influence of the deputy president in government is still intact. Even if it does not look like it is. Don't forget that this is a man who started plotting for the presidency of Kenya the second he was sworn in as deputy president in 2013. People loyal to the deputy president are still in place, and they're everywhere in government. There is no way you can uproot them. They're there, very much there. And so for the sake of those who don't understand what is happening in Kenya, let me summarize it very briefly for you. This is a situation where the government is rigging against the government. One part of government is claiming the other part of government is rigging, and the other part of government is claiming the same. You see, the deputy president has just emerged from a major victory. And that victory unfolded at the High Court, which declared that the BBI is unconstitutional on 17 counts. That was victory, very sweet victory for the deputy president. There is absolutely no doubt about that. I think the remarks of one of the staunchest supporters of the Deputy President, Gatundu South legislator Moses Kuria, illustrates all this scenario best. Moses Kuria said, after the High Court declared the BBI unconstitutional, he said, "This is proof that without the Deputy President, the BBI is dead on arrival." In other words, to put it in Kenyan language, no Ruto, no BBI, period. Now, for those unfamiliar with what masters of politics and the political game normally do, after a major victory like that, there is no time to celebrate. You confirm your victory with many other resounding victories. Yeah? And the whole idea is to create a perception that you, as a political force, are unstoppable. And this is exactly what the DP Ruto camp is doing. The Ruri ward by-election here in Central Province also, that took place on the same day that the Juja parliamentary by-election took place, saw a resounding victory for the Deputy President when the UDA candidate, Francis Muraya, defeated the Jubilee candidate convincingly. Now think about that for a minute. A party called UDA defeats Jubilee in the heart of Central Province. What does that mean? What does that tell you? This is the perception the politicians are looking for. What does that tell you? It tells you that UDA and the man behind it, its presidential candidate, he has not announced yet, but this is his baby, has always been his baby. It means that DP Ruto is unstoppable. You know, the Deputy President is a keen student, was a keen student of KANU politics. And there are a lot of things about the KANU government that people today, Kenyans, still don't understand. The KANU government did not remain in power for 24 years. Moi did not remain in power for 24 years by being a political novice. No. He was a master of the game. KANU was a master of the game, no doubt about that. But then, there's also something else many Kenyans don't know about Moi politics. Moi was a master of deception. Moi was a master of putting himself in a position where people would greatly underestimate him. He appointed illiterate people into very visible government positions. And so the conclusion was, this is a government run by illiterates, run by people who never went to school. And there's more, many Kenyans don't know this. Many foreign powers seeking change in Kenya were also fooled into believing that Moi was running a government of illiterate idiots. People like Mulu Mutisia, Chotara, etc., were the face of KANU, as far as many Kenyans were concerned. But Moi's political thinkers, the real thinkers, remained in the background, well hidden. And this served Moi well, including the fact that he spoke English with a heavy Kalejit accent. You know, there are people who believe that if you can't speak the Queen's language, with a twang, with the right accent, you are an idiot. There are Kenyans who believe that people who shrub are not smart. Hey, weka hapo tu. Actually, I know many idiots who speak English flawlessly. I'm not naming any names. But for the record, the ability of a person to speak a language flawlessly has no link to their mental capabilities. That is a fact. But I must also confess, as a Kenyan in the 80s and 90s, I fell for the trick. I too believed that the Moi government was run by idiots. I was young and reckless. And in those days, I did not use that instrument between my ears very much. I did not put it to work that much as I do these days. Anyway, this served Moi very well, because you can imagine you're plotting against the Moi government and your targets are the illiterates. You won't go far. Gosh. In fact, you're going to receive nasty surprise after nasty surprise. To your detriment. The deputy president is using the Moi playbook. These people who go around the country making noise on behalf of the deputy president are not the brains behind his team. No, they're just the face of his team. And let me also confess today that for a long time I have fallen yet again for the Moi trick. And I, along with many Kenyans, have greatly underestimated the deputy president. Folks, whatever happens in Juja, whatever the results are, take note of the following. Take very careful note of the following. The deputy president currently is unstoppable. Now please, I don't want my feelings. This is not a channel for venting. This is a channel for deep political analysis. This is a man who has his people everywhere. This is a man who uses every trick in the book, especially dirty tricks, to make sure he has his way, to make sure he wins. And unfortunately, history tells us dirty tricks work like a charm in politics. Wake up, this is politics. The dirtiest game ever. It shouldn't even be called a game. Now, let me make it clear. I have not changed my views on the deputy president. I am not supporting the deputy president to be president in 2022. Indeed, in my opinion, if the deputy president emerges as the president, the winner of the 2022 elections, in my view, it will be disaster for the country called Kenya. However, I don't think most of you come to this channel to celebrate my personal preferences. No, you come for serious political analysis, and that's what I'm giving you. And this is what I want to say. Unless the deputy president is not on the ballot in 2022, he is unstoppable at the moment. Too much influence everywhere. Too much money behind this campaign. And this is politics, not emotions. And the Juja by-election should be very clear evidence of what we're saying here. I mean, where have you heard of a government candidate representing a party in its stronghold complaining that they're being rigged? Tell me, where have you heard that one? What? Now, where is that crash helmet of mine? I really need it very badly right now, because I know stones will come flying at high speed from every direction. As I prepare myself, take in this message. While I try my very best to give you real value on this public channel, and to give you all the valuable information I can. The truth is, there's some information that is way too sensitive to share on this public channel. That information usually ends up in my weekly intelligence briefings, which is usually moto kama pasi. Just to give you a few examples, what really happened to former President of Tanzania, Dr. John Pombe Magufuli? Is it true that he passed on at a Nairobi hospital? Actually, the Magufuli inside story is nothing short of mind-boggling. Most people who have taken in my WIB number 52, which contains this information, have been left breathless. Even the most hardened cynics have been left bila words, if I can put it in the Kenyan way. Another example of a WIB that I published recently. There is a secret that those who are close to Raila Odinga have guarded and continue to guard with everything they have. Why is this particular secret so sensitive? And what is it anyway? It is contained in one of my WIBs. In fact, a recent one. And there's much more, including things you'd never imagine that are happening in the corridors of power that neatly explain what we see unfolding in the public domain. Bottom line, you will never look at Kenyan politics in the same way again after you become a WIB subscriber. Indeed, it is true to say that in most instances, the truth is stranger than fiction, and sometimes much more difficult to believe than fiction. But it remains the naked truth. And now you have a golden opportunity of becoming a weekly intelligence briefing subscriber on a monthly basis, which will automatically give you access to every single WIB ever produced. Oh yes, I will send you all the WIBs immediately you become a subscriber. And to become a monthly subscriber, all you need is $9.95 only, or Kenya shillings 995 only. Simply send a blank email to the email address you see on your screens right now, and you'll get an automated response via email instantly, within seconds, with full payment instructions and what you need to do. The same full payment instructions are also included in the description area below this video on YouTube. I strongly recommend that you go for it, because this offer will not last for much longer. I really look forward to seeing you on the other side as a WIB subscriber. Thanks so much for your support. It means a lot to me. And I'm saying that very sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I look forward to seeing you on the other side as a WIB subscriber. Until next time, this is Kshs. Kumekucha.